Well, this is a surprise. I predicted the Civil Corps would show up any minute now to rescue me, but I didn't expect them to send some random individual. Nevertheless, you're here now. Proceed with your extraction plan. I won't complain. You do have a plan, right? Wait. By the look on your face, perhaps you're not a rescuer, but a fellow prisoner instead. Oh. Okay, well, you can join the club and sit over there while we wait for the proper authority to appear. Hold on, I recognize you. You're the new builder. Perhaps we don't have to wait. With my intellect and your logistical aptitude, there may yet be new possibilities to extricate ourselves from this predicament. Let's look around this area to see if there's anything we can use to escape, relics or otherwise. I fell into this area seeking relics from my laboratory. Upon concluding the indisputable nature of my confinement, I decided to take a nap. According to my calculations, I've been down here somewhere between 2 hours and 2 days. When you first appeared, I thought you were a monster. It's a good thing I didn't hit you. Otherwise, it would be much more difficult for you to help me escape. Perhaps if this machine were repurposed somewhat, it could be fitted with an engine. With enough propulsion, we could likely fly out through that hole in the ceiling. However, any minor miscalculation in trajectory might cause us to die, which would be suboptimal. Let's put this one down as Plan Z. Or perhaps just use your pick hammer to break it down into scrap. I'll leave it to your discretion. Sandstorms have very little impact on my work. In fact, currently, you are far more distracting than the weather. Wood, stone, metal, scraps. These things are useful to you, are they not, Builder? I must admit, I find using such basic components to solve our predicaments somewhat inelegant. Regardless, Builder, I recommend you collect these materials. They may prove useful in our journey to the surface. This machine reminds me of something very obscure. Something you never would have heard of. In certain old world literature, it was imagined that time travel might one day be possible. If only I could go back in time and warn myself not to travel into this tunnel. I could also tell my past self that you'd be falling down here around this time, and then sent myself to rescue you, solving this entire ordeal. That is, if my past self wasn't too busy right now. Wishful thinking, I'm afraid. Also, the fact that I did not meet myself before falling in here means that I do not uncover the secrets of time travel on this particular timeline. Or is there a reason I would have allowed this to happen? In any case, this machine would probably do us better as scrap. Can you break it down with your pick hammer? Looking up towards the skies for answers. That's entirely the reason I'm in this predicament in the first place. Well, Builder, our objective is rather straightforward, is it not? Exit through that gap above. Indeed, a mere difference in altitude has managed to contain us here. Pay me no mind, Builder. Complaining won't improve our situation. I suggest we continue looking around. Oh, using the environment to bridge the gap between us and that opening up there. Brilliant! In any case, let's save our celebrations for the service. After you, Builder. Finally! How serendipitous that you were the next to fall into that cavern. Science. According to Civil Corps survey reports, I deduced the likelihood of uncovering a usable equatorial mount in these rooms to be upwards of 99.9%. Unfortunately, despite my in-depth and thoroughly digestible explanation, none of the Civil Corps members were able to comprehend the significance of an equatorial mount. Thusly, it became imperative that I come here myself, and hence, our untimely meeting. My venture proved not only unfruitful, but also has caused a delay in my research. I must be heading back to the research center to make up for lost time. Perhaps I'll hire someone to continue the search for me. I'm glad you asked. In order to facilitate the expeditious referencing and notation of celestial coordinates, a rare old world relic is required, the equatorial mount. By aligning one rotational axis of a telescope's mount parallel to our planet's axis of rotation, an internal mechanism known as a clock drive will rotate the telescope over a period of a day in contrast with the rotation of our planet in order to compensate for its motion. Once this state has been achieved, one need only adjust the right ascension and declination dials on the equatorial mount to find any celestial body in the sky in only a matter of moments, based, of course, on the celestial coordinates. In any case, I must be going. I will find some way to seek out an equatorial mount at a later date. Render unto builders the things that are builders. Indeed, you would be much more suited to the task. Surely you'll be able to find pieces of an equatorial mount in the abandoned ruins, likely on a lower level. Once you've found the pieces by diving in the ruins, you can use the restoration machine at Katori's museum to make it whole again. Please bring it to me at that point and not before. Goodbye. Remember, I'm not interested in simply fragments of an old relic. I want the whole device in one piece, ideally working. The Civil Corps keep bringing me rubbish. Once they even confused an actuator for a transistor. Can you believe that? Goodbye. You